So for this game, we're trying something new here at Imperium Gaming. We've never played the open war cards before, so we've just pulled the cards, and we've got a Dawn of War deployment, we've got Invasion and Battle Frenzy. So Invasion basically is you set up an objective in each team's side of the board, and then whoever owns or holds both of them at the same time at the end of their opponent's turn, so not their own turn. Well, that makes it harder. I've just cottoned on to that. Yeah, so they win. And then Battle Frenzy, as if they don't need it, so add 1 to the attack characteristics of all models in this battle. Okay, how many attacks will that make? 30 units?
Well, they'll get 1 for the chopper, they get 2 normally, so 3, and then they have 1 for being over 20, so 4, so 5 attacks each. So
yeah, okay. let's just shoot them before they get to us. Alright. And here we have 3,830 points of Imperium. So we've got 2 separate armies making up, I think it's 4 detachments in total. So I'm playing the Sisters of Battle, and I've put a few extra different units in for a change. I've added in the Arco-Flagellants. Well, I think they should be called Arco-Flatulence really, but we'll see. And a couple of Penitent engines, just for the its and the giggles. So leading my army, I have Celestine, and I have a couple of Cannonesses. The one with the Inferno pistol here has got the Blade of Admonition, which is pretty good if she can get into a fight. I've also got a couple of squads of Seraphim, some Dominions with a ride for them to go in, and then 3 squads of Battle Sisters. So 2 squads of 5, one will be riding in that Immolator, and then 1 squad of 15, just to sort of hold the line in the middle for this Ork horde that's going to come our direction. And then a bit of long range punchy, 2 Exorcists.
The Astra Militarum component of our army consists of a Catachan detachment with 4 Hellhounds, it's an outrider, and then a Militarum Tempestus battalion, 3 Scion squads, 2 squads of 5 with 2 melter guns each, and a squad of 10 with a melter and flamer. There's a squad of Scion command squad. There's 4 hotshot volley guns in there. They put out 4 shots to go, so a little bit of low AP nastiness. 4 transport in the form of Taurox primes, different weapon loadouts on those, and a couple of flyers. There's a Valkyrie and a Vendetta,
and that's it.
Yep.
Are we 3,830 on the nose?
Yep.
No, we're not, because I'm 1 short.
Letting the side down.
I am indeed letting the side down.
Hi there, it's Tom from Blacktoad Studios, and here's my 3,730 points of Orks to play the joint force of Imperium. So down here we have 1 battalion, a flyer detachment, and also a super heavy auxiliary. There's the stomper in the back left there. So just to go into a little bit more detail here, we've got our 3 troop choices, which are basically 3 squads of boys. They're all exactly identical apart from one of the knobs in the back unit, which is the smaller one, has a big chopper instead of a power claw. Then over here we have some heavy choices. We've got some guns here. We've got 3 smasher guns and 3 mega blasters. We also have an HQ here as well, which is a war boss with power claw and a big mech. And then moving over here onto the right, we have some mega knobs and mega armor, all armed with kill saws. We also have a knob war biker squad here. We've got 3 big choppers, 3 power claws, and then 3 armed with standard melee weapons. And then at the back here we have 3 Death Dreads, one with all the combat weapons, another one with big shooters, and one with rockets and a Scorcher. We then also have a squad of Killer Cans, they're all armed as they are. And then over here on the left we have a Morkanaut with a custom force field. We also have 3 flyers. We've got 2 Blitzer bombers and 1 burner bomber, so that's there and there. And obviously then we also have the Stomper finally at the back there, all armed as standard. So that is my army.
So here we are after deployment. Just to quickly summarise, we have an Imperium line right the way down through here. We have a few units in reserve, which we'll just show you here. All of these dudes. There's a few bits and bobs inside our vehicles. We've got a Sisters of Battle sort of castle here, and then another one here at the end, and then we've got a lot of Astra Militarum tanks spread across the battlefield. And facing us at the other side, we have the first big nasty. Lots of fast bikes that are going to be here in no time with a bit of shooting support. That horrible thing. Oh, and inside here are the mega knobs. And then there's just this mass of green and red right the way down through. With the objective for them is down here. And the objective for us is over here. So, Orks deployed way ahead of Imperium. So they get +1. So what are we going to have to go up against? A 2.
Come on now.
Come on, Andy. A 1. We're laughing because we just joked about Andy's ability to roll 1s. So can we steal the initiative? Stealing is bad.
Are you sure you want me
It's
to
bad.
roll this?
Be bad. No. So turn 1 over to Dom. So here we are at the end of the movement phase, turn 1, and we've got a line of bombers and fighters that have come straight across. They've dropped their loads. They've dropped their loads, and they've done a couple of wounds here. Sorry, 3 wounds here, 1 wound here, and they killed 3 of the Seraphim. So that wasn't a great start for us. And then over here, there's a lot of shimmying around here. They're sort of going around the outside. I don't know if it's a dance maneuver they're doing, but there's something going on. But there's a big blob still sat here. They're trying to hold on to that objective. And then here, charging forward, we have the Stomper, we have the bikes, and the Morkanaut. Yeah, no psychic phase, but we do have some shooting to do. So we're part way through the shooting phase at the moment. There's still a few more bits to go, but we've got to the Stomper. So just where we are at the moment, this immolator is down to 3 wounds, and is it 1 or 2 wounds off this guy?
1 wound off.
1 wound off of this guy. But we do have the Stomper. So the Stomper now will unleash its weaponry. What's it going to go at?
Well, I think what we'll do, we're going to put the Death Cannon and the Super Gatler into that rear Exorcist.
Yep.
And then everything else that's left on there will shoot at the immolator here.
Okay, going for 2 machine kills.
Right. So Death Cannon is heavy D6. So 4 shots.
4 shots. And this is at the Exorcist.
Exactly, the Exorcist at the back.
Okay.
Do both Exorcist ones first. This needs 5s to hit. Just the 1.
Yep.
This is strength 10.
Yep.
Minus 4 AP.
Okay. That's a wound.
Yeah.
So 6 up in Vuln. How much damage is this going to do?
6. Do you want a command point?
Do I want a command point just for a chance of a 6 up? Do you know what?
I feel like I'm going to get one.
I'm going to. No.
We'll roll to see if we get our command point back.
Yeah. Oh, do we get a command point back? No.
And 6 damage.
6 damage.
I called it.
Okay, you did. It was. So down to 6.
And we'll fire the Super Gatler as well, which is heavy 2d6 shots to start with. Let's decide to fire it again.
Okay.
So first shot is 6.
That's a lot. Did you just say you can shoot it again?
You can. It has a chance to jam.
It took a while to think about that one.
So we'll do this one first. So hit on 5s.
Ooh.
Oh, hello.
Oh dear.
And this is strength 7. So 4s.
5s. Toughness 8 for Exorcist.
Oh, toughness 8. Nice. So 4 at minus 2.
5 ups then. So we've saved 1, we've saved 2.
That's 2 damage. That's only 1 damage a piece though.
Okay. Down to 4 wounds remaining. Are you going to fire it again?
Yes, I'm going to fire it again. So basically, I get to fire it again on a 2 up.
Okay.
If I get a 1, it jams.
1.
No,
No.
okay.
Okay.
No, it's the same again. So 2d6.
7.
7.
It's going to be a big one, isn't it? You're going to hit like 4 or 5 of these again. 4.
No, not even
Oh.
1.
Okay.
I think we won't do that again.
No.
No.
Oh, could you keep going?
Yeah.
And
Well,
keep
we can fire it 3 times if I remember correctly.
You sure you don't want to do it?
Does it
There's only a
jam
second
on 1
time.
or, does
There's
it jam
only a
on a
second
1 or 2 the next time?
On a third, if you fire it a 3rd time, On a 5 up, you can make the attack, but on a 4 or less, it jams the rest of the game.
Okay, all right.
That's
Fair play.
I've got the super rocket at that as well. I've got 3 of these.
Yep.
So it's heavy D3 shots. So 3. Hitting on 5s. The 1
hit.
And this is strength 8.
So 4s.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
And then the rest of all the small weaponry is firing at the
3 wound immolator.
So we've got 3 big shooters. So that's 1, 2, that's 3. That's 1.
So 6 shots each. That's just mad.
Oh no, there's 3 shots each.
Oh, 3 shots
So
each. That's fine.
Yeah, 9
So 9 shots coming in.
Oh, we've got a twin big shooter, and that is 6 shots on top of that as well. So I'll add that in.
Is that the same weapon profile?
Yes.
Okay.
Just basically.
So 15 attacks now.
Yeah. So hitting on 5s. Hoping to chip it away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits.
Yep.
And beating 5s. Just the one at mine. No minus though.
3 up. No, I took that one.
And I think everything else is out of range. So that'll be it.
That's all you're shooting?
That's it, yeah. I've no more shooting left to go, so.
Okay, so we lost about 5 Seraphim, almost lost an Immolator, Exorcist's been severely damaged, and some damage elsewhere across the army. The only thing I do need to do is I'm going to burn 2 command points to auto pass the Seraphim, because they've taken like 5 off of their leadership.
Do you want to roll a dice to see if we get 1 back?
Do we get 1 back?
We do.
We do. Okay. So that's it. Let's move over to. Oh, is there any charges?
I don't think anything's. I'll have a quick check.
Before we do, let's just measure up in case.
I think, no, we're out. We're out there.
Okay. So that's it for the first half of turn 1. Let's go across to the forces of the Imperium. What? Finish whinging?
Yeah.
I got all of that. So we're movement phase. End of our movement phase. We have got a number of things have jiggered around. We've got the penitent engines are charging forward because that's all they can do. They advanced a massive 1 inch. This one's moved forward, kept within range of shooting this flyer. We've also got the Seraphim are underneath. They're going to try and pop it. Our intention is to try and kill all 3 of the flyers this turn, just because that's mean and we want to be mean. Got a squad that have jumped out, a bit more flamer. We've got a big squad here, they've stayed put. We're going to rapid fire. All of the Hellhounds have moved forward and up and around, trying to form a bit of a screen. The Dominions have got out of this vehicle and they've moved forward as fast as they can. They can't quite make the less than 6 inch range for the Stomper, so this will be their 1 hurrah. And then they will die. And then finally we have this dude has gone across there looking to try and hurt some of these nasty artillery if possible. And that's it for us for movement. We also have no psychers, so it's straight into shooting. So we're at the end of the shooting phase for the forces of the Imperium, and it's been alright, it's not been terrible, but we haven't achieved what we wanted to achieve. The good news is the Stomper's down to 22 wounds, so that's a good start. We'll have it next turn with a bit of luck. The sort of good news is this flyer has gone, but Tom used a command point to make sure it blew up with the reroll, and now most of the Seraphim are gone. This thing's been damaged. All of these have been damaged with 3 wounds each, which is horrible. This one's down to 6 wounds, this one's down to 8 wounds, and we've killed 4 of the bikers over here. So now all that's left to do is assaults, and we do have some assaults to do. We have Celestine, and she's going to try and deal with this one. And I was thinking about taking these guys in, but I think I'll probably just get my backside shot off, and I'm not going to do enough damage, so I'm not going to give him the benefit of that. But we will have a go here, and we'll go straight into that now. We might as well film the whole thing. So, have you got any Overwatch?
I do.
No, did I hear you say?
No means yes.
Oh, okay.
Novawatch.
Novawatch.
Novawatch, yeah. So we've got 2 super shooters.
Yep, 2 super shooters.
So 3 shots each, hitting on 6s. Just the 2.
Just the 2.
Strength
Strength
6.
Toughness 3. 2's to wound.
Both wounded. -2. -1.
-1. So 3 ups. So So takes a wound, so that'll be on one of the Gemini.
And then we have one big shooter as well, which is again 3. No,
Nothing.
Nothing there.
And
That's
is
it.
that it?
That is it.
Okay, well I can't fail to reach, but let's just see. So 8. Could you put me around the other side, please?
As far away as possible.
So yeah, going around to there. And now I will attack your. So your toughness 6. So Celestine gets 6 attacks, hitting on 2s. She manages to miss with 2. So I'm going to use a command point and re-roll one of those. So I've got 5 hits. Do I get the command point back? We do 5. We do. She's strength 7, so 3s to wound. So that's 3 wounds, and it's AP minus 3, and it's 2 for each one.
So
Boom,
gone.
So does it blow up?
It doesn't blow up.
Does
You
it?
roll a 1. He rolls a 1.
I might re-roll it.
And he'll roll another 1.
I'm gonna do it because I just feel like
Okay, so at least that's 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as the immortal Meatloaf once said. So that's it for us. Now it's back over to turn 2 for the Orks.
We like to call them the Suicide Squad.
So that's the end of the movement phase for the Orks, turn 2. This flyer has jumped across, it's dropped a bomb on the Exorcist, taking it down to 3. The bikers have moved around, supported by the Morknaut. Got it right that time, didn't I?
yeah, that's all good. Yeah.
And then the Stomper has moved forward, and the contents, which was 1 mech boy, is stepped out and he's healed him a wound, but he's now giving him the invuln save, which is not so good for us. And then all of these guys here have charged forward. They're in charge range of at least this one, possibly that one. And I'm guessing that this thing might be in range
Just
of
about.
those as well. So that's where we are, straight into some shooting. So we're almost at the end of the shooting phase for the Orks. There's only the Stomper left to go. They've managed to destroy the Immolator. The Exorcist is on 2 wounds. We've had some incidental damage through here, and we've also got the Penitent Engine here is on 1 wound. And I think that that's about it at the moment. But we have got this dude here who's going to unleash fury. So here we go, there's a lot happening. We're just going to run through them one at a time. Tom's already declared, we're just going to roll them and see what happens.
So Super Rocket first, going at the damaged
So
Exorcist.
trying to finish this one off
So
here.
D3 shots, so just the one.
Just the
Hitting
one.
on a 5.
Gets
Yeah.
the hit.
And this is strength 8.
3s.
Wounded.
AP.
AP minus 2.
No save. How much
D6
damage?
damage.
Oh, it needs a 1 to survive. It's a 3. Does it go bang? It
No.
doesn't. So we've got the Death Cannon now firing down at the Exorcist.
D6 shots.
Just the
Just
2.
the 2.
That's helpful.
And 5s.
One hit.
And it's strength 10.
So 3s.
No.
No wound.
Okay, and then we'll move on to the Super Gatler going into this.
Okay, so Andy's going to get the love for this one.
2d6 shots.
8 shots. 8 shots. Was that your manly voice? 8 shots.
Yes, it was.
Right.
Hitting on 5s.
Is it 5s or 6s with the flyer?
6s.
Ooh, 2 hits.
Just 2 then, so probably.
That's alright. Easy to forget.
And yeah, this is strength 7, I think.
Forced wind.
Yes.
1
Just the
wound.
one, and it's minus 2.
So 5 up. Nope.
Damage
Only
only one wound. And then I'm going to try and fire it again. Trying to get 2 up to do. Oh no,
Jamming.
jammed. I haven't got a command point, have I? So I think I'll
We're
be.
jamming.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because
So
I
it's
used
not-
it on something else.
So it can't fire now.
That's it, that's done. That can't fire anymore now.
So that is the end of the shooting phase?
No, we've still got
Oh.
the Scorcher.
Oh yes, the Scorcher
So
was
it's
firing
D6.
at these girls down here.
Just the one. And yeah, and it's minus 1.
-1. And power armor fails with a roll of a 2. So that'd be the sergeant, please.
Yeah, and as I declared, the shots the other thing, if it was still alive.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the end of shooting. So at the end of the assault phase, we feel a little bit guilty, but not too guilty, that all three, so these two and that unit, failed to reach this, and then this guy failed to reach here, even with all their rerolls. The Stomper made up for it and deleted the Dominion squad and then consolidated into the Hellhound, and then the Bikes made it in and managed to drag that one from 10 down to 3 wounds. The Morkanaut failed to make the charge, but that's it. That is the end of turn 2 for the Orcs. Now it's turn 2 for the forces of the Imperium. So here we are at the end of the movement phase for the forces of the Imperium, and we've charged forward. Doesn't feel right, but we've charged forward. So we've moved forward with the Penitents. The Arco-Flatulents have got out. Sorry, Flagellants have got out. These troops have charged across, so we're going to try and put as much shooting in as we possibly can. We've also fallen back with this one and this one, so we can actually get in and try and deal with these bikers. So everyone there is in shooting range and assault range. There's a Canoness over here supporting that squad. We're going to try and hurt this flyer. And we've got some Melters that have dropped in using their grav shoots. They can reach the Stomper. And over here in the back corner we've got some more, so they're going to try and loosen up these guys for us first. So that's it. Let's do some shooting. Let's try and kill some greenskins. So we've had, I think, an okay shooting phase, I think. So we've managed to pare down the numbers here to just 2 1/3 of bikes. We managed to miss the flyer completely. We've done some damage to the Stomper though. What's he on now?
He's on 17.
He's on 17.
Oh, sorry,
14. He's coming down fast. And we've just picked away at these dudes. We've got one Death Dread, the one on the left is on 4, the one in the middle with the yellow dice is on 5, and this one on the end is on 2. So perfect charge range. And there's only a handful of Orcs left in this squad.
At the end of the phase, I think, so
they will be.
Morale.
So morale is going to finish them probably. Whilst he could use 2 command points, he's only got 3 left, so he's saving them. And we've done some incidental damage to the squad that's underneath here, and 1 wound to that Killer Khan from these guys. So that's it for shooting. We do have an awful lot of assaults to declare, so we'll just work out what can reach and go from there. So that's the end of the assault phase, and by golly, that was a good assault phase. We started over here with the Commissar cutting down the last wound on one of the bikes, and then Celestine getting her sword out and sticking it in and wiggling it around a bit. So they're all finished. Then also over here, the Penitent engines, wow, they got in. We stopped the Overwatch by charging in with the Immolator that's hidden behind there, and then they attacked, burnt a command point to attack again, and killed 2 of the Death Dreads before they got a chance to fight, and then moved forward so they're a bit closer. And then what was really good was the Arco-Flagellants did 26 attacks, I think it was, and killed quite a few. Took 1.5, well, 1 died and 1's down to 1 wound, and then this squad and the squad that were here have both failed morale and fled. So from the mission tactics perspective, they have to kill these, because if we hold or get more models there,
or just put the models there,
or get more models there, that'll do it.
Yeah.
But we're now holding both objectives, and that's by accident. That wasn't even by design. That was purely by accident.
By accident.
Yes, that's the new Rabuti Guliman motto for the whole of the Imperium. We will win by accident. So that's it for turn. This is only turn 2. Turn 3. Here we go. Right, let's just summarise the movement for turn 3 whilst we're on a cake break. The Mega Knobs have come out. Enough said. They've come through. They're heading for Celestine. The Stomper is moving forward at a much slower pace now because we've hurt him bad. But we've got this massive stuff coming through that's going to probably shoot out and kill these before they even get a chance to do anything. And of course the Killer Khans are moving around. They want to have a go at the Flatulents and the dudes at the back. There's a lot less Orcs on the table now. It's starting to feel good. We'll see what happens though as they shoot though, because this horrible thing will no doubt hurt us bad. So here we are at the end of the shooting phase. We've lost Penitent Engine, and we've lost all bar 2 of the Arco Flatulence down there. And we've had 5 wounds taken off of this Hellhound. I think that's it for shooting. However, you guessed it, we've still got the Stomper to do. Although he is degraded, but it doesn't change his shooting ability. So it's still got the potential to be nasty. Let's see. Where are you going to fire?
Right, well, I'm going to do all the light weaponry at that squad down there.
Okay.
Actually, no, sorry, pardon me.
There's two squads there.
One with the melters in.
They both
Both
got
got
two
melters.
melters.
Both got 2 melters. I'll go for the front one then. We'll go with the front one.
And they're left and right.
One of the squads, I'm going to shoot all the big shooters at one of the squads.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, there we go, done.
Oh, that's funny.
What I'll do, I'll just separate them a little.
Yeah,
so
it's just
Just so we know, everybody, today is powered by beer.
no advertising.
No, I kept it so you couldn't see the name.
Oh,
Only the
nice.
des, which could be anything.
Could be anything.
No.
I'm just singing a song.
Okay.
We'll put the Scorch into the other squad.
Yep.
Down there.
Oh yes, yep.
Then we'll do Death Cannon into the
Pardon?
Exorcist.
The what?
Oh, here we go again.
He didn't fall
I
for it
heard
this
that.
time. Yeah. Death Cannon into the Exorcist.
And then, no, that's it, because I've fired all 3 super rockets.
Yeah, what about the Gatling thing?
Gatling's jammed.
Jamming.
Go on then.
Right.
What's first, sir?
Exorcist then.
Here we go.
D6 shots, so 3.
3 shots.
5s. 2.
2 hits. Strength.
10.
3's to wound.
Very good. Minus 4, I think. Yeah.
6 up invulns. Nope.
And D6. 9 damage.
Down to 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Scorcher into the right hand side of the squad then.
Okay. Not the ones at the back.
Right. 2 and 2
Two
at
wounds.
-1.
So wound
5
saves.
ups.
Save 1.
So, one of the dudes.
Okay. And what's next?
Then we'll do 3 big shooters and the twin big shooters.
Hang on, can we just pause it? Is that your first casualty?
Yeah.
That's the first casualty for the Astra Militarum. Everything else has been Sisters of Battle that's been
I thought
killed.
I might pick on this turn.
Yeah.
It seemed fair. So we've got 3 big shooters.
Yep.
Which is them, and then we've got 1 twin big shooter going into the other squad down there.
Okay.
Let's get all those dice primed.
These are strength 6?
5.
Oh, 5.
So, yeah, there we go. Right.
So 5's to
All
hit.
the same squad.
This is on the other squad, wasn't it?
That's on the other squad that hasn't been
Yep.
damaged yet. So need 5s. Okay.
There's a few.
And then the
3s.
4.
4 wounds.
No modifier.
So straight up armors.
4 ups.
3 die. Leaves the melters.
Unfortunately.
And that's it.
That's it.
Okay. Well, that was significant though, because the Exorcist here is now on its lowest category.
Bracket.
So
Good. That's good.
that's not ideal. I'm guessing there may be 1 or 2 charges to
There
do.
might be a couple.
Okay, let's work those out and we'll come back. We've just completed the charge phase and everything has made it where it needs to be. The Stomper weathered the storm, took 3 wounds from the Hellhound, but has multi-charged all 3 units. The Morkanaut has made it in onto this Hellhound. The Meganobs are in on Celestine. This lot have all charged in on the Penitent Engine. The Death Dread got overwatched out when it tried to charge this one. And over here, the Killer Khans have made it in onto both units. So, Tom has decided to start with the Stomper.
No, we're going to
Sorry,
Meganobs,
with-
Meganobs.
Oh yeah, I tried. With the Meganobs onto Celestine. So, what are we doing?
With 9 attacks.
Yep.
With kill swords. No, it's not 9 attacks. It's another 3 on top of that as well. At the mission rule. Or on a twist.
Yes, of
4
course.
attacks each. So here they are hitting on 4s because of -1. Oh.
Well, there's a few misses, but there's still a lot of hits.
And they're strength 10.
I think you pulled a 6 out. No, I mean you've got.
Oh, I pulled a 6.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. So was that 6?
6.
How?
-4.
-4. So let's do them one at a time. Looking for 4 up invuln. Save the first one. Second one.
Dare. You dare.
Alright, so that kills the Gemini. So now it's Celestine, and she saved 1. She takes 2 damage. Wow, who would have thunk to that? So she's on 5 now. So at which point we will now spend 2 command points and interrupt.
Do we get one back?
Down to the penitent engine.
I see.
We don't get it back. So 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. So 2 hits, strength 10, 2 wounds, AP -3.
I'll take my. How many wounds do I do each?
3.
3 wounds each. Okay.
So this is
First
3
one.
pain boys on each wound. Nope.
No.
So 1 dies, 2 dies.
That's it.
Oh, actually, what I need to do is get an extra attack because of the
+1
thingy.
for the,
Forgot that. So that one hit as well. That one wound as well. So 3.
Nope. Another one did.
And then on a 4+, I get to attack again. I'm going to spend a command point because that's a 1.
No.
No. So, okay, it was worth it. I wanted to try and kill a few of those if I possibly could before I go down in a tangle of metal stuff. So we'll finish off the rest of the fighting now and we'll summarise. So at the end of the assault phase, we've had some more casualties here. All of our vehicles with flames, the Hellhounds, are either dead or tied up. So they'll be able to retreat, but they're not going to be shooting. Over here, Celestine is down to 5 wounds. She only did 1 set of 2 wounds back, so she's not killed anything. And then over here, the Flagellants and the first squad are dead. So it's starting to turn around back in the Orcs' favour. What can we do to push it back the way we want it? We have a cunning plan, apparently. I'm going to find out from my co-general what that cunning plan is. Let's see what we do. Run away. Okay, so for our movement phase, this is turn 3 we're in now, isn't it? This vehicle has stayed put. We've fallen back out of combat with these 2 Hellhounds. This squad have charged forward, as has this squad. The Immolator here has stayed put, and this one has moved around. And over here, this squad have stayed put. The Canoness that was here has moved forward. She's going to join the fight. Celestine regenerated 1 Gemini and then tried to heal herself for 2 wounds that she really would have liked to have done, but failed. And that's it for movement. Has this one moved, Andy? Or is he staying put?
Staying put.
Staying put. So there we are. Let's do some shooting. So at the end of the shooting phase, we have a big gap here. Stomper has gone, but he took most of everything around him with him when he exploded, which was a bit of a shame, but hey, these things happen. We've done some incidental damage to the Morkanaut, and we've managed to shoot out the mech boy that was here. There's also one of the guns back there has been shot out and some damage done down here, and there's only 3 of the boys left here. Mass fire coming in from all around. Hopefully, well, they will fail morale now, unless there's something I don't know. And over here we managed to kill 1 killer can and bring 1 down to 1.
Yes.
And that's it for shooting. We have some ongoing assaults to do, and we have a fresh assault to do whilst the Canoness over here and that squad charge in. So at the end of that fight phase, Celestine got dragged down, not before she killed 1 and brought 1 down to 1 wound. So we've started, the rot is setting in with those mega knobs, but that was pretty much it. Over here we traded blows, but the important thing is I've stopped 1 of these from shooting, and then morale, these guys here died. Celestine did come back to life, and I'd used a reroll, so there was a problem. If I rolled a 1, she would have been dead and stayed dead, but she's come back over here now, because this is where all the action is, and it's a long way away from that. So that's us done. Turn 4. So turn 4 movement shows the Walking Orc coming forward. I think he's going to try and nerf the Canoness that's under there. Maybe join the fight, who knows. The War Boss, the Warlord, together with his Pain Boy, are moving forward. He plans to kill these pesky sisters. And the Killer Khans are over here, going to try and finish off the remnants of the Astra Militarum. Let's pull the trigger.
Tomorrow, mate, when you've got that nasty Astraeus tank.
It's going to be horrible. No, that's not tomorrow.
Isn't it?
Anyway, we'll stop just jabbing whilst we're recording. So, this thing fired here, missed. Fired here, missed. Everything missed?
It's pretty bad shooting going around, yeah.
Not a lot happening there.
Did some damage to me down here.
Down to 6 on this dude. So, that's good. And that's about it, really. So now there's going to be some assaults. I don't fancy the chances of the Canoness down there. We'll see.
If he goes in there.
If he goes in there. So let's see what happens.
Interesting actually.
So that's the end of the assault phase. The Canoness interjected here and did 3 wounds, or intervened. But these guys, between them and the Warlord, they killed everything bar the one sergeant or superior that's left. Over here, the Warlord got a little bit carried away, tripped over his own feet and killed one.
Yep.
And that was about it. Actually, I haven't attacked back yet.
You haven't attacked back, actually.
I'll do that. But over here, the squad are now dead. And that was pretty much it. So I'll quickly just resolve these. Well, that's it. Right then, we've moved, but not much, but enough. So Seraphim have jumped out, or she has jumped out back there. She's within range to crack a pistol shot in here, and she is going to kill that 1 wound Megadol. I've decided that's a done deal. I've not broken out of combat because I did 4 wounds to this War Boss. He's on 1 wound, so I'm going to try and finish him off in the close combat. And then over here, Celestine has moved forward. 1 Gemini came back, and she used her Act of Faith to bring another one back in. And the Canoness fought again with an Act of Faith and did another 3 wounds. He's on 7 now, so could kill it. You never know. And then around here, we've got everything coming round. We're going to put the hurt in on the Killer Khans even. And this one broke out of combat, so we can shoot at those. So that's it. Let's shoot some stuff. Let's kill some green things. So at the end of the shooting phase, we've destroyed these dudes. They are now gone. Load of pistol shots in on the Pain Boy, brought him down to 2. The las cannons from the flyer destroyed the guns down through here, which was pretty potent, pretty nasty. And we've got 3 Khans left. One of them's on 1 wound. And that's it. That's all she wrote when it comes to shooting. Although actually I've just noticed one thing. Let's just do the Exorcist firing up here. So I'm hitting on 6s because I'm degraded. How many shots? 3 shots. Hitting on 6s. Missed. So yeah, that is all of the shooting, but we do have some assaults to declare. Because Celestine is going to go through. I think that's it, isn't it?
Well, no, I might go in with the tanks and stuff.
Oh, we'll have a think. Let's see what we do. So that's the end of the fight phase. The Canoness managed to hold on and not take any more damage, and has dragged this one down to 4 wounds. She had some very jammy saves. In the centre here, yeah, something happened. Turns out basic battle sisters are okay in combat, but only when the mission
all war bosses are not.
Yeah, but only when the mission will always give you an extra attack, and that's really what made the difference there. And then over here, Celestine did what she did best, and they are all gone. So whilst this is only turn 4, with the mission objectives, next turn, whatever happens, there's no way that this guy can get out and trump these, because even if he fell back and could reach, which I don't think he can, there are 2 models there, so we'll still be holding that one. And no matter what these little guys here do, they can't get across to challenge against this. So that makes it a win for the Imperium and Imperium Gaming. So hope you've enjoyed that video. We must have an epic handshake. Good game, thank you. And you will notice that it was 2 against 1. We did gang up on him.
Yeah, Dom can be bothered to turn up, so thanks, Dom.
Yeah. Thanks, Dom. So please, if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe, like, comment, and all the other nice things that it would be great if you would do it. See you soon.